Good evening, everyone. This is going to be a short little flight, a little demonstration of a simulated scenario where we have our very, very awesome and rich, in-laws, where we're going to be flying them from Appleton International Airport up to Door County to get them to their cottage faster. We're just going to be flying a direct flight from Appleton International, just passing through a couple different airspaces, and then heading over the scenic areas of Green Bay, and up across around the coast, and then arriving straight at our airport. Just so you guys just so everyone doesn't have to sit through the entire process of starting the engine, I will run a quick little speed run of this, and you guys will see the finished cut at when we are hot and ready to go. Hello and welcome back again. We are hot and ready to go. We're going to contact our ATIS just to get some information on what we're going to be flying today.
Appleton Airport Information India 1400 Zulu. Wind 244 at Niner. Visibility 10. Sky conditions clear. Temperature tree. Dew point 10. Altimeter 29.90. ILS runway 30 in use. Landing and departing runway 30. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have India.
Okay, we're going to get our ground all ready to go. Okay.
Appleton Airport Information India 1400 Zulu.
Alright. 127. Okay, 121.7. Alright, just gonna take a look on how we want to do this whole procedure here. For the time being, we could probably just do straight out. Just fly over the Wolf River and then start heading up into our airspace. Just gonna go into flight sky vector and see if we have any airspace that we need to watch out for, because I do know that's a little restricted for the time being. Okay, yep, just head over to the Fox River. Was it Class B? Yeah, Class B over Green Bay, and we could take that VOR, but it's not exactly necessary as we have our GPS ready to go. I don't believe there are any unnecessary waypoints that we really need. It is direct too, so we can just fly straight to Sturgeon Bay. Alright, yeah, straight out. We good to go. Do we need IFR? No, we'll be good today. Yeah, let me see here. For insurance flight path. We're good enough today, yeah. Straight out.
Appleton Ground Dollar Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha ready to taxi straight out departure with India.
Dollar Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha taxi to and hold short runway 30 using taxiway Echo Delta.
Yeah.
Contact tower on 119.6 when ready.
Read back.
Taxiing hold short runway 30 using taxiway Echo Delta Dollar Golf Sierra Alpha.
Okay, just to get that, because I know the game isn't super terrific on its modeling of taxiways, we're just going to use our taxi ribbon. Normally you'd never have this, but just for the game's sake, we're going to use it. Lovely right there. Alright, our engine is hot and ready to go already, so I'm just going to say we're going to cancel our pushback because I don't want to shred up this lovely little machine, so we're just going to turn on the thrust reversers when we need it. Okay, we have clearance to taxi, and we are ready to hold short runway 30. Alright. Gonna not spray this individual right here. Smooth transition from reverse to standard thrust. check our lever. Okay, yeah. So just to recap, for my own hardware specs, I'm using a Thrustmaster T16000M and a Logitech little, I can't remember the name of it, but it's just a little 3-lever throttle quadrant. So nothing too fancy in my end, just kind of using most of the in-game buttons and such, with no real external button mapping or button panels. A little fast here. Let's slow down for our passengers. I'll set up our autopilot and our lighting and our climate control when we do our run up. There's a little traffic up. I usually have these markers up just so I can get an idea of what's in front of me, because sometimes the traffic map on our aircraft is a little iffy, but I'll make sure it's also ready and standby for once we get into the air and ready for our short cruise. I'm not planning on cruising too fast today. I'm just planning on going maybe 200, maybe 190. I know the aircraft can go like 300 or 250, but that's just kind of unnecessary for today. So, standard cruise, keep our, passengers happy and well refreshed. Now, what if we have tailwind? We might turn on that option in our glass display panel. Alright, before we contact tower, we're just gonna hold short here. Just find this clearance tape. Can't remember, I'm still a student, but I think this is the little tape that we hold short on. Extinguish that. Anything else? Stall, no heat. VDOT, no heat. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I just want to check. Test 0, negative 10 degrees, 10 Celsius. Yeah, we're gonna turn on this. Turn on our icing. Put the temperature nice and toasty. Put the fans on 1 setting. PFD settings. Bearings out of the PFD settings. Wind, setting 3. Altitude units set at AOE on. Bearings set to normal. PFD mode, full altitude, okay. OBS off, PFD settings good. PFD map settings, yeah, they'll be set to traffic. It really shouldn't be much of an issue. Set it to 6 nautical miles for a short little notice. Let's see our flight plan. It is currently still a direct. I just want to see, maybe we could set it this as to... Yeah, GRB. Yeah, I think we could fly on that VOR GRB. I never really added that, but no, you know what? Direct route, it'll be okay. To believe, just want to see. Okay, yeah, we'll get notice from the air traffic control at Sturgeon Bay. All right, barometer set good. Heading we'll get on the last moment. Altitude select. Get 3,000 or yeah, 4,000 just for the initial climb. Vertical speed will be set as we go. Flight level set. The odometer will be set as we get into the air. We'll be good to go on that end. Hot airflow, set that on to the front, and so it blows onto our passengers. As you can tell, our passengers are ghosts, so not too much of an issue for them. Lighting unnecessary for interior. It's bright enough for today. Just make sure light pulse is off, nav lights are on, strobe lights are on, strobe lights are off, LED lights are set to, well, good enough for today. Panel lights set to dim, dimmer lights set to off, cabin lighting set to off, axis lights set to on. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times. If you need anything, please contact the pilot in command, and all refreshments will be ready for you on the ground in Sturgeon Bay. Alright, let's continue our taxi. Almost forgot. 119.6 transfer. VFR clearance, so go straight out.
Appleton Tower Dollar Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha at runway 30 ready for departure, straight out departure.
Dollar Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha, wind 244 at Niner. Departing straight out approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 30.
Taking approach.
Cleared for takeoff runway 30 Dollar Golf Sierra Alpha.
We won't need any flaps today. Look at our lovely radar. Just want to see if that windsock. Okay, yeah, no wind data so far. I'm gonna turn the next rad data on. We don't have any people holding short today, so we'll be okay. I understand it would technically be part of run up, but I just want to set a couple more settings up to what I want. Map settings set to full, traffic set to on. Yeah, we'll see them on there. North up, contact radar in 1,000 meters. Traffic settings set to standby. Absolute traffic display on. Weather be set to connect weather. Radar is set to standby, and we have absolutely no weather around us. Define coverage north up. Everything is good. Set back to the map, direct to, flight plan, procedures, all will be set later in the flight waypoint infos, and such will be all good to go. So back to our flight plan display page, our radios and such are good to go. We don't have any IFR clearance today, so mostly just hand flying and or contacting tower as we need. I'm just going to pull up one more time our standby frequency for Green Bay, because we'll be passing over their airspace as we go. So let's see here, international ATS 124.1 and common, or I can't remember what the CT is. Common traffic. I don't have to ask my flight instructor. 118.7. 118.7. Right, parking brake is on. Inertial separator. Do we need that right now? No, we don't. Not quite yet. Alright, looks like we're good to go. Parking brake off. Quarter power. Wait for the rev. Power is coming up, and full throttle. Keep her on center line. A little windy day out, so. Okay, that was a bumpy start. And we're gonna set our autopilot already, just to get us straight out of here. Straight out. Going up 5 degrees. Looks like we'll be okay from here. Alright. Four nautical miles out, and we should be good to go and start turning off into our intended flight path. We're reaching our air traffic control limit, and we can say goodbye to our lovely people that have departed us from the runway.
Dollar Golf Sierra Alpha, leaving my airspace, frequency change approved.
Alright, frequency change approved. Officer.
Appleton Tower Dollar Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha frequency change.
Good day. Alright. Well, we're good to go on that end, so we can just turn in northeast at a heading of 300, or 030. make our way towards Search Bay. I think we'll set our cruise at it's only 8,000 feet. No real reason to go super high today into the flight levels anyways. We don't have clearance to go up there in the first place, so we should be good to go on that end. Set a course heading of 65.
Appleton Tower, Cessna November 8257 X-ray is 1 mile.
Alright, frequency change on to... Gotta find it. This is GRB.
Uniform at runway 36 ready for departure to the west. Cessna November 7071 Uniform wind 221 at 5. Departure to the west approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 36. Cleared for takeoff runway 36 Cessna 71 Uniform.
Alright, we're just flying with the Wolf River, so we can take a little peek outside. I do believe somewhere out here would be the spot where I normally fish at. That's down there at the Wolf River. I can already see some of the spots that I normally fish at. There's a little river bend. I've caught a couple pike and a couple smallmouth bass. It's a pretty nice fishing spot, I'd say. Pretty muddy, and sometime in the summer when it gets blistering hot, I would say the mud does start to stink a little bit, but as long as you're ready to expect that, you'll be okay. Okay, we're going to start turning into our intended flight path, and just go straight in from there. Let's get a couple information bits on our intended runway. Waypoint info. Unicom AWOL's departure approach 119.25, approach 125.55. Weather, really good information on this. KSUE observation. As matter of METAR test, KSUE 020, auto 261, 260 at 11 knots, 10 miles southwest, south, clear, runway 4 at 1, something, AO2, I gotta figure out what those mean. Procedures, RNAV, all RNAVs, that's okay. Runway is 0220 at 1028, so that'd be, okay, yeah, so just generic runways. Okay, we're just starting to reach our cruise speed, so we got to go from here. We'll keep a good speed of 195 and 190 as we do so, please. Give a little juice as we approach on here. Wondering, is that traffic? Yeah, some traffic on there. Nothing too crazy. just wondering if we'll have to do that airspace transition, because we are approaching that first shelf, I believe, which might be actually above us, if I do remember. We'll listen in on ATIS for a moment. Might not need it. It might be okay.
Green Bay Airport information, Golf 1500 Zulu. Wind 224 at 7. Visibility 10. Sky condition, few clouds at 1,600 feet. Temperature, tree. Viewpoint 10. Altimeter 29.87. Visual runway 24 in use. Landing and departing runway 24. DFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have Golf. Green Bay Airport information, Golf 1500 Zulu. Wind 224 at 7. Visibility 10.
Doesn't look like we have any VFR. Or, I take that back. We might actually be able to. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll be okay.
Green Bay Airport information.
Anyways, as we're a little bit higher up, we can turn our temperature up, keep our passengers cozy.
Cessna 71 uniform, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Just do some management on here, absolute relative operate. Weather. Absolutely nothing is a spotless day today. Alright, looking good.
Cessna 71 uniform, acknowledge last transmission.
Alright, we good to go from there. Looking good. 197, looking good. Check out all our oils and stuff. Green, 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 green. Electrical, green and green. Altimeter kept pressed green and green. Trims are set to green. Rudder is set to a slight little offset because of our wind data. Yep. Trend 312 at 27 knots. So, yep, just crossing over aircraft. A little bit of a tailwind, so nothing too terrible. Might accelerate us off in our course, increasing energy, but giving us more fuel efficiency. Yeah, 223 knots, or I guess clients, yeah. As we're at it, we can actually just set our PFD settings. OBS.
Airbus 63 Golf, wind 224 at 7. Clear to land runway 36. Clear to land runway 36, Airbus 63 Golf.
Bearing 2. I'm actually, now that I think about it, the air tower might be. Okay, they have the Hollow Star, so theirs is always. I have to run that with my flight instructor and why it wasn't working. It might be a game thing, but at the same time, it also might be just a in real life tower being inactive. Alright, I believe around here, okay, well, we've already passed it a little bit, but around here there'd be a Bass Pro Shop, which I have been to a couple times, which normally you would never do this, but it's again a video game, so gonna take a little peek to see where we're at. So yeah, look at that giant highway down there. I think in another video I want to do a little flyover and a little tour of the area, not of my hometown, but I just do want to do of the areas I've been to, like Green Bay, Milwaukee, maybe Oshkosh, definitely. Just areas that I've toured and or had some fun experiences in. Other than that, I mean, yeah, I just want to do a couple more flight tutorial videos, or I guess flight playthroughs, because truthfully I am taking some flight classes, but I don't know that much yet. I know enough to understand basic air traffic control, basic transitions, general IFR operations, but nothing too complex. I'm trying to teach myself how to use the A320 by fly-by-wire simulations, but that's been proving to be quite the mountain of information to overcome, so maybe somewhere in springtime I could start doing little videos on trying to learn that. Otherwise, yeah, so far my flight simulation world is coming back to me really smoothly. For a while I had a broken finger, so... For a while I had a little broken finger, so that made it kind of hard to use my flight simulator for a little bit, but now I'm back at it. I'm really happy with where I'm at. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm sitting. Really right now we're just kind of waiting for our approach into KSUE, so I mean for now I might just skip ahead because there's not too much interesting happening. We're just over the lake in the bay, Green Bay, and we'll be over into our other airspace in a little bit, and I will see you over there. If you're enjoying the video so far, I would really appreciate it. Just hit the like button. It helps me get out there a little bit more and help the channel grow. Alright, just intercepting our navigation line, and just want to double check our altimeters and minimums as we make our way into the airport. 2,400 feet, a little bit below our intended flight path. Our nav is okay, but 1,640 feet, we'll set up for that. And there's our runway, little flashing green light. Give us a good go ahead on our runway landing. Alright, good on our vertical navigation. Really didn't feel like flying in the aircraft itself today, mostly just because of the wind. It's at 20 knots today, pretty heavy crosswind, almost coming in at a near 90 degrees, but I'd say it's a good 80 degrees. But alright, we're just a couple miles inwards, I'd say. Yep, 2.3 miles, and coming in soon. Expected ETA time in 1:18. Drop everything down. I know. It'll be okay.
Kilo Sierra Uniform Echo Traffic Dayer Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha is on final runway 20 to land.
Just announce that one more time before we get on the ground. Alright. Gonna keep that minimized until we hit the ground. Well, vertical navigation is failing us, and autopilot, so we're just gonna hand fly it in. Didn't expect the autopilot to kind of dump on us so horrendously, but you know, I guess gotta take it as it is. Gear down, flaps check. Airspeed, we gotta bring her back down. Coming in dangerously hot and high. Got to work some magic here. Bring the power back on, bring the power back on. Wind shear, wind shear. I know I'm low. Yikes. Alright, that was one heck of a ride. The crosswind absolutely butchered us, alright. So, before we do anything more crazy, just want to double check. Looks like our general aviation parking is going to be on just down the runway, and take the first taxi exit as we enter the airfield. Parking brake set off, and just keep on heading forward. Alright, thank you for flying with Crispy Apple Airlines, and we hope you have enjoyed your flight today. Please take all your baggage with you at all times and dispose of any garbage you may have had during the flight. Catering service will take any garbage you have, and we hope you have a restful weekend up in Sturgeon Bay. Alright, that is our flight. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I hope you guys can come back for another one. We'll be getting out of the aircraft in a moment and getting away out of the storm. Alright, thank you very much.